down.
Permission to be on this property?
Nope.
Who are you?
I'm a poacher.
Anyway, we're out at the pond stand this morning. This is where Brayton killed his buck last year at our team get together. Stephen came in this year and actually bush hogged and planted some green on the top side and the bottom side of this pond. So there's a little bit of food here instead of just bedding and stuff this year. Came in and got in the stand before daylight. And right as it's starting to break like the gray dusky light, I had something slip through the woods back here behind me. Unfortunately, it wasn't bright enough to see what it was, but it sounded like it worked over here to my left. It wound up working a scrape. That's what it sounded like. I'm not 100% sure, but after that, it kind of eased off. So I grunted, and when I grunted, it came back. Unfortunately, it didn't stay long enough for it to get light enough for me to see it, but either way, we're going to sit and hope that whatever it was, or maybe a different buck, will come through. Y'all stick with us. Well, we're in here at the kill plot this morning. I decided to change it up, come to a different spot I hadn't been to. Where I've been hunting, there's a half-rack buck, and I've seen him 2 days in a row. So I kind of figured I'd just move to find something different. And as soon as it got daylight, and we had, I think it was 10 minutes into legal light this morning, there's like 4 shots over here across the road from me. So the deer are obviously on their feet already. We're in here in pretty tight quarters with them this morning, so I'm going to make this short and sweet and get situated and see if anything will show up. Well, I'm out for the last afternoon. I sat here this morning, didn't see anything, but there are a couple good bucks coming into this spot. So I chose to try it this afternoon, see what happens. Maybe I'll get lucky and get to wrap my tag around one of these good bucks, or wind up going home empty-handed. I may or may not stay and try to fill a doe tag in the morning before I leave. Other than that, today is going to be my last chance. So Chris has killed one, Colby's killed one, me, Wendell, and Steven need to tag tonight to make it to where everybody in camp has killed a deer. So fingers crossed we can make it happen. But we're going to get quiet, get situated. It's around 3:30 right now. Well, it's the last chance. Last morning before I head home. Standards are a little bit lower today. Unfortunately, walking in this morning, I came through this big field up here, and I tried to walk through the center of the field to keep off the trees in case deer were bedded, and still busted 5 deer out this morning. I don't know what they were, if it was bucks or does or whatnot, but either way, I busted a few deer out. I got set up in the stand, situated. Hopes that a couple of them will show back up. Maybe one of them will be a shooter buck, and I won't have to go home empty-handed this time. So we're gonna sit tight. The sun just came up, and see what shows up. Buck down. I don't know what spooked him. He was looking the opposite direction, and I just got my gun up. Alright, I'm gonna get down. I'll be back. Well, I jumped down real quick. He went off the edge of this hillside. I couldn't tell if he got back up and ran or not, so I wanted to go check. Anyways, buck down, 9 point. It's 7:30, my last morning. I don't know why I always do this the last day right before I gotta leave, but buck down, Missouri tag is filled. Whew. Man, that felt good. Call Steven right quick.
Hey, you've reached Stephen Folder.
Of course he ain't got service. Said Brian, I know Brian's with him.
Hello.
Buck down.
You got one?
Yeah.
Stephen. Jeremy shot one.
Hey, I just had some does come out. I'm gonna go ahead and fill my doe tag too.
Oh, do it.
Alright.
What'd you shoot?
9 point.
Is it a good one?
It's pretty decent, yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, we're kind of wrapping up here. We'll walk out of here and we'll just come see you.
Okay.
Fill your doe tag.
Alright. Alright. Bye. And that quick, I'm tagged out. Doe tags filled, Stephen them's on the way. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm gonna get down and I'll get all my stuff together and get down. That way I can be down when Stephen and them get here. Thank you, Lord. Alright, well, I'm finally back at the truck. Waiting on Stephen and the guys to get over here. That got crazy quick. sitting there scrolling through Facebook, trying to pass a little bit of time because it's just been dead this morning. And I look up and there's a buck coming my direction on the greenfield side of the tree line. And turn the camera on, throw my binoculars up, look at him. I see that he's decent enough deer for me to shoot. And get the camera focused in on him. He's walking, he gets literally parallel with me in the field. As soon as he walks behind a tree, I get my gun up and get it pointed his direction. And he's looking the opposite direction towards the woods, and then all of a sudden just bolts. I have no clue what it was that scared him, but I saw the opportunity to make a shot while he was running, and it somehow it worked. I killed him, and I saw him fall. Thought he had got back up, so I jumped down out of the tree real quick to go make sure if I needed to put a final shot on him or whatever. And got over there and he's dead. I pulled him up out of the edge of the woods, walked back to my stand, get up in my stand to get all my stuff together, turned on the camera, called Steven and Brian to let them know. And as I'm on the phone, there's a group of like 8 does that walks out of the woods on the far side over here. And so I'm on the phone with Steve and I tell him, hey, I think I'm going to try to go ahead and fill my doe tag. Just had a group of does walked out. So, tagged out Missouri.
You got permission to be on this property?
Nope.
Who are you?
I'm a poacher.
What are you doing shooting my deer? Have you already found everything?
Oh, yeah. I got deer scattered everywhere. Right. Well, everybody's here, so we're going to go get the buck. We just got the doe in the truck. So we're all going to walk down here and check out the deer.
Yeah, because you don't know where he's at.
All I know is
these two had to get out of bed to come here, so.
those horses came out and we snarled out.
Horses don't we snarl.
He snarled at me this morning.
I told you.
Oh yeah, good. There you go. He's broken up a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
You too, huh? Nice. Ain't going home empty-handed.
No. Going home with some horns. He was moving pretty good.
Yeah.
And so I just swing to shoot because he spooked and I thought that was going to be my only opportunity, and I swing to shoot and he like rolled right here and like I guess landed right in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood done to the
butt shot's the new shoulder shot.
So I'm sitting there and I see him move. Well, he kind of flopped down into the woods,
okay,
basically where that tree's laying over.
Yeah.
And that's where he was dead at when I got down here. So
I froze to death in that.
it's wild.
That's cool. You want to?
Hey Jeremy, guess what you ain't eating?
Tag soup.
There you go. Someone will be like, okay, that's a good reason to shoot a 2.5-year-old buck, blah, blah, blah. That'll get someone fired up.
Now Joker's been fighting. He got holes all in his neck and stuff too.
Ready to go.
Well, they got a little western out here this morning.
Got a little murdersome is what it did.
Yeah, murdersome something. It got crazy either way. I was sitting there this morning kind of scrolling through Facebook, killing some time because it was just dead. And I look up and this deer come out of the woods up here in front of me, come walking across the field, and I thought it was going to be, you know, a good shot, perfect on camera, the whole 9 yards, and he gets right there where I'm going to shoot, looks that direction into the woods, and for some reason he spooks and runs, so I had to shoot him on the run. And I jumped down to go check on him and climbed back up in the stand to get all my stuff. And I had a group of does come out, so I wound up filling both tags this morning. Don't have to go home empty-handed. But I hope y'all enjoy this episode. Y'all follow along for the rest of the season.